Vargas stands over it. Vargas sends it in. Hit it on and it's in! The goalkeeper has done it for Tigres! Noel Guzman has sent Tigres to the quarterfinals! Mark McKenzie finds, looking to play this in behind for Mueller. Akinola in the middle. Mueller skips by one, trying to find Arriola, who gets a shot away, and it's the opening goal for the U.S. Almost miscommunication, but it turns into a moment of glory for Paul Arriola. Missing so much of 2020 due to injury, but this for sure a bright spot tonight. Now Flemings, receiving it from Baquero. Flemings weaving in and out. Oh, this would be special! Oh, what a goal from Flemings! Dancing through defenders, and he makes it 3. The average age of this starting lineup just over 22 and a half. Reyna gets it wide. Yanez will take this on. It's spilled in front, and it's put in. Joaquini makes it 2-1 to the United States. His first goal in United States colors, and what a night to open his account as well.
Olympia, they've never won a knockout round series. Pedro Trolio saying it would be one of the biggest achievements to leave in the club. And now it comes down to this for Olympia. It's Leveron to send Olympia to the quarterfinals, which he has done for the first time ever. Olympia to the quarterfinals of Champions League.
Grijalva against Rougier. It's off the crossbar! It's over! Motagua wins the marathon shootout! They're moving on to the round of 16! Quickly one back from Chicago. And they'll look to go quickly over the top again. Hericic way off her line. There's a good touch. Goralski an easy finish. 2-1 to Chicago. Moore gets it off for Asante. Solomon Asante, there's the equalizer! A rocket from the right foot of the captain, and Phoenix rising back level. Matt Real, cross towards the back post, Shabilko! What a header and what a service there from Matt Real, and just before halftime, the Union lead 2-1. Full host of options. Boyan, Kyoto, Taider. Wanyama there as well. It'll be Romel Kyoto! What a start for Montreal! Romel Kyoto, his 6th goal on the season, and Montreal is off the mark. What a start for the Montreal Impact. A free kick outside the area. Kyoto does the rest. Beating Blake around the wall. And a cracking start for the Impact. So many options around the ball for Montreal. And it's 1-0 to the home side tonight, playing in their home away from home. Andre Blake really can't believe that strike by Romel Kyoto. It's the opening goal in the 5th minute. And the Canadian side looking to rebound from a tough loss the other night against Vancouver. Bedoya now for Philadelphia. His cross is blocked. Brendan Aronson, the brightest young stars in MLS. The rumors starting to heat up about where he could potentially transfer to before the transfer window closes in Europe. But for now, he's on the field for Philadelphia, trying to help his side get back into this match. Early goal for Montreal. Side that went down to 10 men on Wednesday night in Vancouver. Rudy Camacho picking up that red card. Thierry Henry still saying he liked his team's reaction in the second half, saying we bossed that second half, but just unable to find the result. Losing 3-1. It was also Kyoto scoring the lone goal for Montreal that night in British Columbia. Quanquo fouls Bizo. Montreal played 6 games against only Canadian opposition in phase 1 of the restart after the MLS's back tournament in Orlando. Went 3-3 overall, 2 wins against Vancouver, 1 against Toronto. That snapped Toronto's long unbeaten streak in MLS in the regular season. Tonight, a big opportunity for this Montreal side. And jump over NYCFC into 5th place should they capture all 3 points. They would even go above NYCFC in the 5th spot if they do just get a draw based on goal difference. Bien knocks this out. Recently scored his first MLS goal. Philadelphia was in this building a couple of weeks ago on Sunday, September 6th. A 3-0 win over New York Red Bulls. A game they really dominated from the opening whistle. Brendan Aronson was a bright star on that night as well. And maybe numbers now coming forward. It's the goal scorer Kyoto leading the attack. Now Bojan for Taider. Back to his right foot. Taider just couldn't quite curl it back for that top right corner. Another look at it here, Safir Taider. Thierry Henry, you see him in the technical area during this game. He is always so animated, wearing his emotions on his sleeve. But also an interesting night for Henry as well. Of course, the former New York Red Bull star, his first time back in this building as a coach for this Montreal side, at the home of his former club. Plenty of good memories on this field for Thierry Henry. Of course, in his first season since coming back to MLS, a brief stint in Europe. The Belgian national team as an assistant, taking charge of Monaco and Ligue 1. Aronson gonna get by Wanyama. And Wanyama using that physicality. So Wanyama's first season in MLS, coming over from Tottenham. Raitala. Thumped away Jacob Glesnes. Shabilko looking to track this down. Louis Binks, though, did well in defense. The offside flag coming up. Quanquo. Or rather a handball there on the Montreal number 18. Looking to get it back to Real, who scored his first MLS goal a couple of weeks ago as well. Some bright young players in Philadelphia at the forefront of the Play Your Kids movement. 3 homegrown starters tonight, 3 more on the bench. Now it's Bedoya. Bizo looking there for the overlap, and he will receive it. And we are just about set to go for first kick here from Greater Nevada Field. There's about 700 fans in the stands tonight, and apparently there's a few Phoenix Rising fans that have made their way to Reno, Nevada for tonight's matchup. Tonight's referee is Kevin Broadley. He blows his whistle. We're underway. It's that classic matchup of red versus blue And Phoenix Rising in those red kits will be going right to left to start things off. And we talked about what these two teams did last week. Phoenix Rising, it took a little bit longer for them to get their victory. And on the other side for Reno, it only took 90 minutes. But they looked pretty good doing it. And early on, John Beccaro going down. Free kick to Phoenix Rising.
All these set pieces are going to be so important today. Once you get to the knockout phase, it's not about how you get through. It's not whether you play pretty football. It's just getting through to the next round. And it was at this stage last year that Phoenix Rising went out. And they had this record-breaking year. They didn't deserve it, but you've just got to get through those tough matches, and Real Monarchs knocked them out. And that's why this, again, they're the same phase. They've got to do it differently. And I think the coach, in fact, saying last season, Rick Shantz, that he felt that maybe they were a little bit too gung-ho, that once you get ahead, you just lock it down.
Stanton Beccaro. It'll be Beccaro. Whipping it into the middle. Come right back for him on this left side. Deflected cross. Maybe a little bit awkward for Beery, but he makes the two-handed snag.
He's been in good form, the goalkeeper, Ben Beery. Very, very good form. 43 saves, top 6 in the USL, and that's why Reno have had such a fantastic season. It always helps when your goalkeeper is in great form, as, to be fair, has Zach Lubin on the other side.
Of course, making another start for Phoenix Rising this year is Zach Lubin. 14 clean sheets and 31 starts a season ago. There's a giveaway in the midfield. Now Asante on the ball. Something that when we talked with Blair Gavin said when Asante got on the ball last week against Sacramento, that's when the game started to turn as he really started to spark things down the stretch. He, of course, scored the goal to win it.
Well, for me, he's the best player in the USL and has been for the last 2 or 3 years. And I don't think there'd be too many who would argue against that. So if you have that level of player in your team, you get in the ball whenever you can.
Now it's Brent Richards. Low cross coming in. The experienced right back for Reno 1868. Dadashaw brings it down here on this near touchline. And the foul will go Phoenix's way.
Yeah, Tim is saying I didn't touch him. Dadashaw saying he kicked me, and somewhere in between probably is the truth.
They always say good referee or good refereeing is when both sides are complaining. So there you have it.
But it is one of those games tonight where both sides are going to try every trick in the book just to get that extra free kick, just to get that extra player booked. It's what we see in Europe a lot of the time, and I'm not a big fan of that type of football when so much is at stake. You have to do your professional best, and that means trying to get as many free kicks as possible. Well, so be it.
Of course, the winner will get the winner of El Paso Locomotive and New Mexico United. That one going down in just a little bit in El Paso, Texas. Of course, Phoenix has played both of those sides, beat both of those sides. They've not beaten this Reno side this year, a 2-1 loss towards the end of August. Rufat Dadashaw scored that goal coming off the bench that night. History repeat itself, or can Phoenix get a road win? Something they've struggled a little bit this season coming on the road. But now here's Santi Moar coming right through the middle. He loses out.
You're talking about Phoenix on the road. They have had a few defeats, none by a large score. They lost here 2-1. You mentioned they lost at Orange County, 1-0. That was a tight game. They were losing 3-1 at San Diego Loyals before that match was called off or abandoned. So, you know, that they've not been hammered away from home, but they have proven to be a little bit vulnerable. And that's where they have to take it up another level here today. At home, unbelievable, this team, Phoenix Rising. Unbelievable. But, you know, it's not a home game, and it should be. Given how tough their group was compared to Reno's, you think Phoenix have done a better job, but unfortunately, this is the way it's worked out. And Phoenix, to win this, they're going to have to win here on the road.
And the winner of this game will host the Western Conference Final, as both these two teams' point totals is higher than those of El Paso and New Mexico.
I just wonder what Phoenix Rising would have done if they had teams like Portland Timbers 2.
Herzog parried aside by Lubin down to his right. It's still there for Reno, and then it's knocked out. Corey Herzog wasting no time putting something on frame.
That's a good strike. Got a lot of power behind it. Zach Lubin does really well to get down and push it away down the line. Not back into play, but down the line so there's no angle for the forwards following in. But good power behind that from Corey Herzog.
First corner kick of the match. It's grabbed by Lubin. Long arm span getting up to that.
Good catch from the goalkeeper. That's what you want to see. Gives him a bit of confidence coming out for that and grabbing it in style as he just did.
Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Showcase Honda. Oh, a giveaway at the back, and there's the opening goal for Reno 1868. Corey Herzog, a poacher's goal. It's 1-0 to the home side.
Well, Zach Lubin did something crazy there, and we've seen it in these playoffs with goalkeepers making errors. Let's just see if it totally is his error. Ball comes to him, tries to get too clever. Yep, 100% down to the keeper. This trying to play out from the back when you're under high pressure, I think is suicide, and we've seen it in the playoffs before this. There's a couple of goalkeepers who came out for crosses, never got them, try tricky balls out of the box and they don't come off. Why take risks in a playoff match? This is not the time to do it. This is the time to play safe, and already Phoenix Rising 1-0 down.
The highest scoring team in the league is already off and running. That's goal number 8 on this season for Corey Herzog. He's been involved in 12 goals overall to add in with 4 assists. Boy, that is not the start that Phoenix was looking for on the road. The NWSL is back in Chicago for the first time in 11 months to the day, where Kaylia Watt leads a young Red Star side up against Midge Purse and Sky Blue FC in a rematch of a Challenge Cup semifinal. Chicago Red Stars, Sky Blue FC next on CBS. Well, it is a beautiful day in the city of Chicago with Chicago Red Stars and Sky Blue FC. We come to you from SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeview, Illinois. With the former Marquette player, Lisa Roman, I'm Josh Eastern, happy to be with you on this Sunday, and the NWSL Fall Series in full swing. Well, we've saved the best for last on this USL Championship Saturday night. It's Phoenix Rising, it's New Mexico United. Need we say more? It's all presented by Equality Health. Casino Arizona Field is the site here in Scottsdale, Arizona. With Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern. We are very much looking forward to this rivalry matchup. And speaking of a rivalry, there's not much history, it's just 1 year, but when you go back to 2019, boy, did we have some cracking games. It is time to crown a champion in USL League One. Tonight from Toyota Stadium here in Frisco, Texas, it's North Texas Soccer Club and it's Greenville Triumph Soccer Club. It's the USL League One final here on ESPN+. Excited to have you with us here tonight. It's the top seed and the regular season champions, North Texas Soccer Club, against John Harkes' Greenville Triumph tonight. And they will try to go on the road and win 2 straight games, because as we go back to the semifinals, it was Greenville going on the road through Chris Bermudez getting that 1-0 victory over Lansing Ignite. And on the other side, Ricardo Pepi scoring a brace within about 2 minutes to get that 2-0 win over Forward Madison. So as we welcome you in here tonight, Josh Eastern alongside Devin Kerr, really looking forward to this matchup here tonight. It's the league's best offense and it's the league's best defense. Well, a celebratory mood there in Frisco, Texas, and it comes to close this inaugural USL League One season. What are your kind of final takeaways from tonight and this whole season?
It's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just look at those young men and their ability. This is something that winning a championship like this, you're going to keep it with you for the rest of your life. And to have the opportunity to be a part of it, I'm honestly humbled. And it was great to share the stage with you as well, good partner.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. This was absolutely fun. But I would also be remiss if I didn't mention a couple others. Ryan Rose, Jake McCluskey, Chris Makoviak. They have been with League One from day one. They have brought you tons of games, and it took a pretty big army here to bring you this entire season. So that is going to do it tonight for our inaugural USL League One final. What a night it was here in Frisco, Texas. Greenville Triumph, they couldn't find a triumph here on the road. Instead, it's North Texas Soccer Club. They are your USL League One champions. For our entire crew, Devin Kerr and Kelsey Steele, I am Josh Eastern saying so long from Frisco, Texas. The USL League One season has come to a close. We knew it'd be a heavyweight battle, and boy, did we get some punches thrown each way, but
Phoenix Rising gets the knockout blow in the end, the first win in this series between these two sides. That's going to do it tonight. For our entire crew, broadcast partner Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern, saying so long from Casino Arizona Field.